about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Abiola running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello and welcome to Sports Orbit, reaching you from the Leadership Podcast studio. My name is Afa Acho, your host, and of course, Salifu Usman is right here with me. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit.
Thank you very much, Mr. Afas. And viewer, it's always my pleasure to do the Sport Orbit. Almost sports.
Yeah, if you remember on Friday, while we had that episode of Sports Orbit, I said on Monday during today's show, I said I'll be expecting us to have a small celebration, but as it is, the celebration has to hold on for a while for now. Salifu.
Absolutely, the celebration has to be hold on. Probably
Wednesday.
Wednesday we should be able to celebrate. I hope we'll not be on the weekend side.
Absolutely.
But the way it is now is very, very, very dicey.
Very dicey.
Because whatever anybody is saying, getting a draw away to Kumasi is not a bad result, it's a fair result. But as it is now, it's like we are
Not forgetting that CAF has not abolished the away goal rule.
It's not even CAF, it's FIFA.
FIFA actually, UEFA just said yes.
It's only UEFA that abolished the away goal rule.
Yeah.
So we're not to understand that the away goal rule still stands, and that is why you
very,
can understand that
very
when Morocco equalized their goal, you can see the celebration as if they won
They
the
will-
match.
they're almost like
So
they're home and dry.
as it is now,
Yeah,
Super Eagles must not concede the goal.
that's what it means.
God forbid, if Ghana score us any goal in that
Mm.
country, they took goal.
Yeah.
We need 2 goals to cancel the 1 goal.
Exactly.
So that means we are more under pressure than even the Ghanaians.
I mean, clearly, and that's how we begin today's episode of Sports Orbit, where Vice Captain Williams Troost-Ekong has admitted that the Super Eagles of Nigeria, that his teammates are under pressure to perform. I mean, he couldn't have said it any better because looking at how they performed in that first leg, expectations were high, especially from Nigerians. It's been a long time since I saw Nigerians having those kind of high hopes for the Super Eagles. But somehow, those hopes, I mean, they brought everybody back to reality. You know, it was like the Super Eagles of pre-Austin Eguavon. It was like the Super Eagles of Kenneth Raw. Well, that was what we saw play that night. Because, honestly, Salifu, to tell you, in that match, especially in the first half of that match, the performance was very disjointed. The Super Eagles could hardly string complete 3-4 passes together. In fact, at a point, we're always at the back foot for the Ghanaians. And it was even looking like the Ghanaians were even going to get a goal ahead of us. But somehow they played up, and at the end of 90 minutes, nobody could score a goal. But truly, whether I like it or not, we are under pressure. And Troost-Ekong couldn't have said it any better.
Yeah, we are seriously under pressure. It's not even the players, even me as a sports journalist and as one of the fans of the Super League, I'm also feel very tasty another pressure because the way it is now, it looks very, 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 very difficult for the Super League. But we strongly believe that we will carry the day. But first, I'm looking at the match in Kumasi. The Super Eagles, yes, they may not have performed to meet our expectation, but some extent, you still give them the credit that they performed, they did their best and they did their best. And I particularly commend the defense line for able to have kept the Gunners within that without considering a goal. We said later that missing Wilfred was very, 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 very difficult, and it really showed in that match that the absence of Wilfred was totally felt in the match and give more pressure on the Dion Balogun and Troost-Ekong, and then the goalkeeper, Francis Zoho. To me, it was a brilliant, performance from him. And then coming to the match tomorrow, I strongly believe that the history, I strongly believe and I hope that the history will repeat itself. If you remember vividly in 2001,
Play the goalless draw away.
The last time Nigeria and Ghana played World Cup qualifier was 2001 when we went to the crowd play a goalless draw. But when they came, they turned leg for life. We beat them 3-0.
Yeah, I remember that much.
So, and that was even the late Shaibu Amadou and Sirikeshi. So we strongly believe that maybe that history will repeat itself tomorrow, and we'll be able to get a man. And at the same time, somebody was also reminded me that Super Eagles, the stadium, people are clamoring that the stadium should be full to its capacities. And thank God the CAF has approved the Nigerian football request, got the way they did to Ghanaian, that the 60 capacity stadium should be full. They have allowed the Nigerian to full the 60 stadium to capacity. Now Nigeria from all walks of life, within the Abuja and everywhere, are now ready to descend on the stadium. And somebody was giving another that if you remember in 2010 and 2012 respectively, in the World Cup, World Cup qualifier, Nigeria versus Tunisia, 70,000 people find their way to the stadium. And then at the end of the day, that match ended 2-2. Nigeria, by the way, go to Tunisia, we actually qualify for the World Cup. We actually qualify for the World Cup. But that result keep us in a very tight corner that we need to go by all means. We start calculating that we need to go all the way to finally to must beat Kenya in their home, and when we get beat Kenya before we're able to qualify. If not, we're hoping that if Tunisia come here and we beat Tunisia, we would have qualified ahead. But the game in hand, but that draw keep us in the top. But what helped us was that Mozambique in the neighbor was able to hold Tunisia to a draw, and that would give us opportunity to qualify. If Mozambique would have beat Tunisia, if the team would have qualified. Another scenario in the 2010 was Nigeria versus Guinea. We needed to just win a draw for that. We need to win that match, but stadium was full to capacity. That was doing the share. At the same time, the match ended 2-2. We couldn't qualify for that cup. But I hope that will not repeat. And somebody will say that we should prefer that let the Super Eagles just come and play the match, even with the empty stadium, and win the match and to fill the stadium with full capacity, and at the end of the day it backfire. And I hope the Nigerians will be very, very patient, should be able to patient and using the opportunity to all the fans. Whoever finds his way to the stadium tomorrow, football match is not just like you are not playing a dead wood or just a long wood standing before you. You are playing a fellow human being who is also half alive to protect his own defense. So if the goal is not coming within the first half, they should be patient and turning on against our own team. Your essence of coming to the stadium is to give Super Eagles all the maximum support, not to turn against the Super Eagles. If the goal is not coming within the first 5 minutes, just keep on praying, keep on supporting the youth, keep on urging them not to start booing them. Because by the time you start booing them, you are working their morale, and that may backfire. So the fans to be a side patient with the team, and we definitely know that the Nigerians are going to win that match tomorrow. And just like the Ekong said, you can't say it like just like they are seriously under pressure. Even to this time, I don't envy Babator. God is seriously under a pressure. Now a lot of people are calling to a question his technical abilities. And if you're looking at that match between the Ghana, some people are starting even question his technical ability. But that match, based on what is and based on what we have, we're supposed to have got to go in Kumasi.
Away from that, but still on, like we said, Galvon's technical ability, in response to that, he has actually said that he's going to bring some changes, especially in the midfield of the Super Eagles ahead of that match tomorrow. Clearly, if you watch that game, it was clear that we're missing Wilfred Ndidi, and bringing in an innocent Bonke. Haven't been able to properly watch that match again to assess his performance. But some players who I was really concerned about for me is Chukwueze and Kelechi. The truth is, whether I would like it or not, when Chukwueze actually burst into the scene in the Super Eagles, you can't compare the performance he was putting up and then Chukwueze is almost a shadow of himself. I mean, you can't really see the impact he brings. You know, you can't really see what he does to the Eagles. And some people suggested that you had an Igalo on the bench, you had a Dennis, you had a Lookman. Yes, you brought them, but it was in the dying moments of the match. If you're bringing an Igalo, who is a skillful striker, a lot of people have made cases, a lot of controversy about his coming in, and the man has come, and he didn't even take action in the first leg. Truly, whether I like it or not, Ecuador needs to bring in a tactical, something different tomorrow.
Yes, I quite agree. He definitely need to do something different because we can't, if you have to bank on the same teams that play in Kumasi, we may be in trouble tomorrow.
Completely.
Because that match has also given the Ghanaian opportunity. They've also studied you. Because going to before the match against Kumasi, the Ghanaian always see themselves as an underdog. See Super Eagles as more mobile, more determined side to win the match. But having been able to hold the Super Eagles for 90 minutes without the gun to be even if you look at the one, they were even more threatening in our area than our own leader. So now that will now give them more confidence. And more importantly, that now based on the calculation that now if they go get Abuja and score one goal, so they have a lot of motivation. That if you go to Abuja and score one goal, that one will give them an advantage. So Ecuador need to come with a very formula and a very defensive, and not just defensive, and a very attacking member with a serious weapon to deploy all the assets to ensure that any ball if we was win that match. And just like you see, Sukwueze, when Sukwueze just born into the scene, if you watch Sukwueze at the 2019 AFCON in Egypt, Sukwueze was just a dancing winner, moving with the full of speed, mesmerizing the defense. But now, if the same thing, the way he play at the AFCON, you don't even feel much about his at the AFCON. And at the same time,